What is up, guys? James here from the Light of Riga YouTube channel, and in this video we're going to be doing a pick a card reading. I love these pick a card readings. I hope you do too. And at the time of this recording, I'm in the midst of a full moon, right? Today's a full moon in Libra. It's a super moon. It's a pink super moon, whatever that means. And I figured that I'd do a little pick a card reading to give you some insight on what to focus on, what to not focus on, and a message for you this upcoming month. And you know, the full moon is a time to reflect and to kind of set intentions, but also to just kind of check in with where you're at and where you want to head for this upcoming month. So that's what we're going to be doing today. I've got 3 decks. We've got the Tarot of a Moon Garden, of course, why not? Very whimsical and fun and exciting. We've got Tarot Mucha, because, I don't know, I just felt like I should use it. And we've got the Wally's World Oracle. This is a new Oracle deck from Tara from Kittens, Weights, and Tarot. And I highly encourage... Oh, you guys know Tara. Most of you should know Tara from Kittens, Weights, and Tarot. Because she's a great tarot reader. She's a great medium. She's a great YouTuber. So I'll put a link to her channel in the bottom. If you haven't checked her out already, go check her out. She made this fabulous deck. This is the first time I'm going to be reading... using it on camera, so I'm excited for it. Anyway, you know the routine. You guys are gonna pick a crystal, and that's gonna be your pile, and that's gonna be your reading. And what we're gonna be looking at today is what intentions you should set for this upcoming month, what you should leave behind this upcoming month, and a message for you this upcoming month. So super simple, super quick, super easy. So what I need you to do is pick a crystal. You have 3 options. You've got this Elestial Quartz. You've got this Lemurian corncob pipe, right? And you've got this Shandong Morion Smoky quartz. That's right, folks. It comes out of the ground like this, not man altered, right? Oh, it's a beautiful thing. Okay, so take a few moments to tune into the crystal, see which crystal is for you, and that's going to be your pile. I'll put a little timestamp in the link, or not the link, the description, so that you can go straight to your reading. So take a few deep breaths and let the crystal choose you. All right, guys, this is for those of you who chose the Elestial Quartz. This is a little piece from my personal collection. It's very small. The thing about Elestials is that they're often pretty big and hard to take with you. I like this one because it's so small. It's perfect for meditation if you want to put it on your third eye or whatever. Elestial quartzes are very powerful energies for quartz, and it's because they're using the power of multiple crystals at once. Look at this, multiple crystals at once. This one's not for sale. This is one in my personal collection, but I've got a bunch like it in my shop if you want to go check that out. A bunch of handheld Elestials. But let's get into the reading. So the first card we're going to look at is what intentions you should set for this upcoming month. And we've got the Wheel of Fortune. Give me a moment with this card. All right, the feeling I'm getting from this card is definitely one of motion, one of movement, going around is kind of just the energy that I'm getting, or the feeling, or the idea I'm getting from this card. So the feeling I'm getting is that possibly for some of you there's been some stagnation. I know a lot of us are sitting at home twiddling our thumbs, so this is definitely going to ring true for a lot of you. But I get the feeling here of not just physical stagnation, but also of spiritual, energetic, emotional stagnation. And I think the intention that you got to set is that you got to spin that wheel, get those wheels in motion, right? You can't allow... this is what happens when we physically stagnate, when we're stuck in one place. I think that causes a lot of different aspects of us to stagnate as well. That might cause our emotions to stagnate, or our feelings, or our thoughts, right? We get kind of stuck in place when we're physically stuck in place. So I think what this card is saying is that you need to get something moving. You need to put some WD-40 on those cogs. My chair needs some too. Can you hear that? Shut up. I need some WD-40. Yeah, I think we need to put some action, in, maybe not action, intention, into moving things along, into change, right? The Wheel of Fortune to me is about change. It's about getting things going, I guess you could say. That's not generally how it's read, but that's how I'm getting the message here today. So yeah, so think about that when you're going through this month, is how can I avoid stagnation? And exercise is great, but so is new emotions, right? Exposing yourself to new things, doing new things, trying new things. I think that's going to get you out of your rut, if we could call it that. I wouldn't necessarily call it a rut, but that's going to help kickstart stuff. All right, this card here represents what to let go of this month. We've got the 8 of Coins, or Pentacles. I'm not sure what it is in Tarot Mucha. Give me a moment with this card. All right, the feeling I'm getting from this card is very strange. Don't be so hard on yourself for not accomplishing too much. Like I was saying, most of us are trapped in our homes, and maybe some of you are feeling guilty that you're not accomplishing enough while you're sitting around. And I could see that, but what this card is saying is that you shouldn't feel bad about that, because you are accomplishing a lot if you're spending this time wisely, right? If you don't have to go to work every day, do you know what kind of opportunity that is? You can be getting all sorts of exercise. You could be starting all sorts of new projects. You could read new books, right? You could learn new hobbies or talents or skills. You could be doing all sorts of things. But don't be so stuck in the mindset that if you're not working, if you're not earning money, that you're wasting time. That's a fallacy. It's wrong. I think work sucks out more energy than it gives us. Well, I don't think I know. So don't be too concerned about money this month. Don't be too concerned about your job. Be more concerned about being productive in a way that's going to expand you rather than take from you, which is what most of our jobs do. Most of us have jobs that take from us. We're treated basically like slaves. That's just kind of the way our whole society's set up. So, yeah, don't be too hard on yourself about money, about work. Money and work will come. Do you really want to get back to that? I don't think so. All right, the last card we're going to look at represents the message for you this month. What message for you this super moon in Libra? We've got card 47. Give me a moment with this card. It's not really a message, but the feeling I'm getting from this card is stillness. And I think here's what I'm getting. There's good in stillness, but there's good in activity too. Both can coexist, right? If you look at this pond, it's completely still, right? The water is clear. I mean, as clear as it is for how dirty it is. I wouldn't call it dirty. It's just leaves in there. But the water is still, but there's a ripple going out. And that ripple is going to expand outward, and the whole lake is going to become chaotic for a moment. But after time, that stillness will return. And I think that's something that's a message that you can take to heart, right? Just because there's stillness doesn't mean that there won't be chaos later. And just because there's chaos now doesn't mean there won't be stillness later. So I guess what I'm trying to say is don't get attached to either one. Don't get too attached to the way things are, because the way things are going to change. Hopefully, you take some measures to change them, right? Does that make sense? I hope it does. If you got something out of this reading, leave a like and put some comments in the comment section. I love to hear how these readings affected you. So I want to thank you for watching, and I'm going to head on over to the next reading. All right, this reading is for those of you who chose the Lemurian Pipe. This thing is crazy. Look at this. Don't you just want to, I don't know, join a Navy vessel and just go in the crow's mast and just smoke until you see a pirate ship? I don't know. It's weird. Look at this thing. It's cool. I don't know. Anyway, this is the reading for those of you who chose this crystal. This crystal is available. It's not in my shop. It's not for sale right now, but if you want it, you can have it. I haven't really put a price on it or anything. You can send me a message or whatever you do, and we can talk about it. But yeah, I haven't worked with it at all. I just recently acquired it, and I thought it was one of the coolest formations. Does it stand by itself? I've never tried it. No, not really. Anyway, it was just an odd formation, and it's got the Lemurian striations on it. I don't know how well you can see all that. It's nice. Anyway, we're not here to talk about crystals. We're here to talk about your reading. And the first card we're going to look at is the Tarot of the Moon Garden, and it's going to represent what intentions you can set this full moon time period. I don't know what to go. Five of Swords. Give me a moment with this card. All right, for me, this card is saying that this month is going to be a good time for you to get your thoughts in order. It's understandable that maybe a lot of our thoughts are very chaotic. You know, we're inundated with propaganda through the media right now. Through every place you look, there's propaganda, fear-mongering, right? All over the place. And so that can lead to some chaotic thoughts because there's the truth, there's the reality that you want to know, there's the lies that you're being told, and then there's, you know, probably the truth somewhere in the middle, whatever. It's just chaos, and that can lead to some chaotic thinking, that can lead to some scattered thoughts. And I think this month is going to be a month for you to really suss out what's true, suss out what's false, figure out what you believe, what you think, and not just about whatever's going on in the world, but about the self. I think especially about the self, right? How are your thoughts conflicting with one another? Are you having some positive thoughts and raising your vibration, but then you start thinking some negative thoughts and self-sabotaging yourself and lowering your own vibration? We all do that, and that's something that you may be able to focus on this week and try to steer your thoughts towards positivity, so that you're creating a reality that you want, not a reality that's filled with fear or worry or whatever it is. So that's something to focus on this month, and probably a good intention to set is I want to get my thoughts straight. I want to think clearly, and I want to be on the same page, you know, rather than have conflicting thoughts about things. If that makes sense. I don't know. Hopefully it makes sense. This is a general reading, so, you know, take what works for you, leave the rest. Now we're going to go to the Tarot Mucha. We're going to ask, what do you need to leave behind this month? And we got the Five of Pentacles. Oh, yeah. Sometimes the messages just pop out. You need to leave behind the sense of helplessness. That you're not in control. That things are happening to you. None of that is true. You are completely and 100% creating 100% of your reality. By your thoughts, your feelings, your emotions, your actions. You are creating what is real. You're creating your life. You're creating your perception. And if you have a helpless victim mentality, you're going to create scenarios. You're going to create a life where you're a helpless victim. So whatever you believe is true. And I think what you need to leave behind this month is the ideas of lack, of limitation, of helplessness, right? It's understandable in the world that we're living in today with all the fear-mongering, right? All the propaganda. We can feel like things are spinning out of control and we have no power over things. But that's what the fear-mongering propaganda is designed to do. It's designed to confuse you into forgetting that you're a conscious creator, that you are manifesting, that you are in control. So this month is going to be about removing that helplessness from your aura. Get that out of there, okay? We don't need it. We don't want it. It's not serving you in any way, shape, or form, okay? Take your power back, my friends. All right, so this last card represents the message for you this month. Oh, nice. As I said, I haven't read this deck before on camera, so this is exciting. Most of these cards are new for me. So give me a moment here. You know, obviously I'm getting home vibes. I think we're all kind of sick of our houses at this point, probably. But I think the feeling I'm getting from this is to be grateful for your home. Be grateful for what you have. And I think that's really going to help you take you out of this victim mentality, this helplessness mentality. When you look at your life and look at all the abundance that you have, all the gifts, right? There's people in Somalia who have a little life raft. That's all they got. And they use it to rob ships. Maybe they got an AK-47. I don't know. But they're eating like a bowl of rice a day. But if you look at your life, I mean, you have running water. You got cars in the garage. You have a garage. You have a place to sleep. You got a roof over your head. You got a kitchen. You got food in it. Hopefully you got toilet paper. So maybe you got a little kitty friend or a doggy friend, right? You are blessed. So why would you have a victim mentality? Why would you feel helpless when you have so many resources at your disposal? So definitely conflicting thoughts here, right? There's the feelings of gratitude. There's the feelings of not having anything. You need to straighten yourself out this month and then get your priorities straight, get your act together, and make sure it starts with the thoughts, right? Make sure your thoughts are in alignment with the life you want. If you wake up every day and you're constantly thinking about virus, you're not manifesting the life you want unless you want virus. Okay, so keep that in mind as you go forward this month, and I hope that helps. I hope you got something out of that. Leave a comment. I'd love to hear what you feel about these readings, how it affected you. Leave a like if you would feel so inclined. I love it. And thank you for watching. I hope you have a great month, and I'm going to move on to the last reading. Alright, this reading is for those of you who chose the Morion Smoky, the Morion Smoky Quartz from Shandong, China. This is from my personal collection. I actually got a big batch of these, and this is the one I chose to keep for myself. If you are interested in Morion Smoky Quartz, I've got some in my shop. Most of them are clusters, but there are some points like this, and they're just fabulous. Like I said at the beginning of the video, they just come out of the ground like this. This one's got a little rainbow in it. They just come out of the ground like this. Most of the ones I have epidote inclusions, so they're extra special, they're extra saucy. I think that's just clay. I don't know, maybe I can clean it off, but I kind of like it. I like when crystals have like a lot of the dirt, right? If it was up to me, I wouldn't polish any of my crystals. I wouldn't really clean them. I would just take them out of the dirt and start using them. But you know, this is how they're presented to us on the market most of the time, so you got to take what you can get. I just like au natural, you know. All right, let's take a look at this first card, which represents what intentions you should be setting for this upcoming month at the time of this super moon. We've got Temperance. Give me a moment with this card. The feeling I'm getting from this card, well, I'll tell you how I read it. I was instantly drawn to this rainbow here, and she's manipulating a rainbow. She's kind of trying to balance out the rainbow. It's kind of the feeling that I got, and I think the message here is that we need to infuse some rainbow energy into our lives here, and we need to do it in a balanced way, I think is what this card is saying. There's so much negativity in the world that's being spewed out of our televisions, out of our internets, right? And it's so easy to get caught up in that nonsense. I think we need to infuse some happiness, some joy, bring that rainbow energy in, right? You chose a crystal. I mean, it's tiny, but you chose a crystal with a rainbow. That is no mistake. The only crystal available to you was the one with a rainbow, and here we are with a rainbow. It's time to bring rainbow energy in. So what I mean by rainbow energy is happiness, joy, love, optimism, all the good stuff. I think we need to bring in more of that. There's too much crap. There's too much crap being bombarded towards us from all directions right now. So focus, really find a way to focus on the positives, on the optimism. Look at things in an optimistic way. Every time you think a negative thought this month, I would like you to catch yourself as many times or as often as you can and replace that negative thought with the opposite thought, with a positive thought. If you can do that half the time, you're going to improve your life by 200%. Maybe more, okay? If you can do that every time, you're going to be an ascended master, okay? So catch those negative thoughts this month as much as you can and replace them with positive thoughts, please. I think this reading is for me. If I was doing this, if I was on the receiving end of this reading, I would have chose this crystal too. So I'm on your boat, in your boat, guys. All right, this card here represents what to let go of this month. We've got the King of Cups. He's having a good time. Okay, give me a moment with this card. This card to me is saying, don't get too overexcited emotionally. Don't get, and this is not, when I say excited, I don't mean happy excited. Let's not work ourselves into an emotional tizzy. All right, you know, at the time of a full moon, there's a lot of emotions. There's already a lot of emotions going on in the world right now, and let's keep that under control. Emotions are fantastic. We need them. Without them, we wouldn't be human. But when they get out of control, like I've seen in the recent days or weeks, people will start scratching each other's eyes out over toilet paper. It gets crazy. So I think we need to reel in the emotion a little bit, and not to say that, oh, don't be emotional. I'm not saying that, but let's not act on our emotions without checking them first with our ego, with our intuition, right? Let's temper the emotions a little bit this month and try to calm those down so that we're not making rash decisions. Right? When we're emotional, when we are in a fear state especially, we make rash decisions that, and again, we start killing each other for toilet paper. It's crazy. Okay, so let's not go to that point this month. Let's try to curb that and just notice it when it happens. When you make a decision that is based solely in emotion this month, I need you to stop yourself. I need you to say, whoa, wait a second. Let me just take a few deep breaths first, okay? And it's so easy to say and so hard to do, but you can do it little by little. I will work on that too, friends. All right, this last card here represents the message that we have for you. Where do I put this there? The message for you this upcoming month. We've got Machu Picchu. I've been here. This picture was actually taken from Machu Picchu Mountain. Let me tell you a little bit. I know all about Machu Picchu. This here is Huayna Picchu. Just bear with me here. I'm not reading the card yet. I just want to talk about this because I love Machu Picchu. This here is Huayna Picchu. It's an hour-long hike. You have to do a little bit of climbing, but generally the line starts at 5:30 a.m., 5 a.m., and it's an hour, 2-hour-long line because all the tourists want to get to the top of this mountain. But there's another mountain about here. Imagine this is 3D now. And that's where this picture was taken from. The person is standing right here. It's called Machu Picchu Mountain, and it's a hike. So if this is Huayna Picchu, Machu Picchu Mountain is about that tall. Oh, you can't see. It's like about that tall. So it's much bigger than Huayna Picchu. It has a better view of the city, and it's like a 3-hour hike, and it's got Inca steps. And if you're not familiar with Inca steps, it's basically, let me draw it for you. I get really excited about this. Here's a step, as we know it. That's a step, right? This is an Inca step. So you're already at 10,000 feet almost, and then you're taking steps like that. I almost died. I swear to you guys, I made it to the top of this mountain, but I almost died. Okay? So if you're going to Machu Picchu, I know it won't be soon, but let me know. I'll give you some pointers. Anyway, let's read this card for what it's supposed to be. Oh, I got it. Have a sense of adventure. I think that's what this card is saying to me. You know, once you infuse that rainbow energy into your life, I think this will come, that sense of adventure. A lot of us are scared in our houses right now. I hope it's not you. But, and we're getting emotional. I think we need to get outside. You, me, whoever's picked this card, needs to get outside and find some adventure this month. We're not meant to be cooped up. We're not meant to be isolated. We're meant to go and explore. And between you and me, there is no coronavirus. Well, there is, but there's no COVID-19. So go out and have fun, okay? You don't have to go to a place with a lot of people just because it's really, society's not ready for that. But you can go have fun, go have an adventure, go on a hike. Adventure means whatever it means for you. I'm not going to tell you what kind of adventure to seek out, but I think you need adventure this month. All right, so that's the reading from me. I hope you got something out of that. Leave a like if you did enjoy that, and let me know in the comment section what you thought about this reading. I really love to hear your feedback, and I want to thank you for watching. So leave a like if you enjoyed this. Have a great month. Happy taroting. Peace.